Now let's see how to configure Maven in this project and how Maven can help you run TestNG. Okay, over here I am going to create a new Maven project. Okay, go to File, Other, Maven, select Maven project, go to Next and create a simple project, and I will just give it the name TestNG examples Maven. Fine, so this project is with Maven, so I'll just give a default package. Fine, so this is the Maven project which is generated, and at times you might get error on this project. So what you need to do is you just need to right click on the project, go to the option Maven and update project, select the option force update snapshots, and the errors will go away. Fine. As discussed in the earlier Maven module, I hope you have seen the earlier Maven module, right, which we have in the training. Fine. In the earlier Maven module, I discussed about Maven, I discussed about pom.xml. Okay, so what we can do is that in this pom.xml, we can include the dependencies for TestNG. Okay, so to do that, you can go to Google and type Maven TestNG. So you will get the information over here from MVN repository. I have asked you to install 7.0. So you click on 7.0 and get the dependency from here, copy it and paste it under the dependencies tag. Okay, so under the dependencies tag we have pasted the dependency for TestNG. Fine. So what will happen is that this will automatically download the jar files from the central Maven repository. Okay, you just click on effective pom, it will download. Again I repeat, if you get any error right now as well, you just go to Maven update project, okay, and click on the option force update snapshots. This will update the project. Fine. Now once you have the dependencies, under Maven dependencies you will see the TestNG dependent jars and all coming up. Okay, you can start building few things, few some stuff over here which can exclusively done with Maven in a better manner. First of all, you can execute your testng.xml from Maven. You can also create a project executable from Maven. Okay, I'll just tell you bat file. Okay, let me just copy paste my existing examples. Okay, we had these 4 packages, right? So in source test Java, I will make a new package known as test cases dot suite A and suite B. I'll just copy paste 2 packages from here instead of making. Okay, so this is the test case, and I will copy paste my listener class. Fine, I will copy paste it in source test Java. This is my listener package, and my data provider as well. Fine, so I have copy pasted everything inside source test Java. Look, in pom.xml, if you supply the scope of TestNG as test, that means all the TestNG features and classes can only be used in source test Java, not in source main Java. Okay, and you know, with Maven it will become difficult then. If I just copy this listener into source main Java, when I execute it with Maven, this will not understand, or Eclipse will also not understand what is iTest listener class. It is there in TestNG, but the scope of TestNG is under the test package. If you want it to be accessible in under source main Java or something, you will have to remove this test dependency. Okay, and this way it will actually be accessed in source main Java as well. So you'll have to delete one of the folders. I'll delete the one in my source test Java. Okay, so listener I have kept in source main Java, data provider over here, and the test cases as well. I'll also copy the 3 suite XML files, suite A, B and C, from here into source test resources. So generally into source test resources, you will keep your resource files, like we have the resource files like testng.xml and the test suite files. If I run this, if I right click on my testng.xml and select run as testng suite, so this is going to run both the suites, suite A as well as test suite B. Fine, and I'll just name it B. And now we can also run it from the command prompt. Okay, let's see how and why. Just a minute. Right, so in my pom.xml I'm going to do few changes. First of all, to run with Maven and command prompt, you will have to go to the location of the project on command prompt. Why do we need to run this from Maven on a command prompt? There are many reasons for that. Sometimes you have to execute the project on Unix shell where you just have this command shell, right? So for that it is needed. If you want to run the project from Jenkins, then Maven can help you run with Jenkins. So this will be required a lot. Once you build the framework and the projects and all, it's not that just you can open it every time, open Eclipse and run testng.xml. At times you have to put the project in GitHub and run it from Jenkins. So these things might not be too familiar with you. You might not be knowing what GitHub is, what Jenkins is. I will tell you later on. But when you actually run it over there, you run it with Maven. Fine. So you go to the place where your project is there, basically the path of pom.xml. And in your pom.xml, you will have to add something known as Maven Surefire plugin. Okay, that helps you to run the project from command prompt. Okay, so you have to add this build tag. I will explain you what it is. In your pom.xml, you will have to add this. Okay, so over here, this is the compiler plugin, Maven compiler plugin, which compiles your project. And this is the Surefire plugin, which can help you run the project as per testng.xml. Fine. In your suite XML files over here, you give the path of your testng file which you want to run. I want to run my testng.xml. You can download the code. In the code you will get this plugin. The latest version is 3.0.0. You can also mention your test suite files which I have commented right now. Okay, because test suites files are already there in testng.xml. Okay, my project shows some error after adding this plugin. So you right click on it, go to Maven, update project and force update, and the error goes away. Okay, so now when you go on command prompt, you can give the command mvn compile. When you give this command mvn compile, the project is compiled by the Maven compiler plugin. Compilation means that the Java files are converted into class files. If you go to the physical location of the folder, then under the project you will have the target folder. In the target folder you will have the classes folder and test classes. Over here the class files of the project, they go. Fine, the compilation happens and the class files, they go over here. Okay, and once the compilation is done, you can run through testng.xml, which you have mentioned over here under Maven Surefire plugin. Right, you can give the command mvn test. Okay, and this will run all the test cases. Fine, everything has run and some failures have also happened. Okay, there is one failure it is reporting. Alright, at times what happens is the plugin might get updated. There might be a new version. For checking out the new version, you can just search for Maven Surefire plugin on Google. You'll get the first link, Maven Surefire plugin. and you will get the examples over here, the documentation, how to use TestNG with it. They will mention different versions over here. You can download. I'm using this latest version, so you can check out their website as well. But most probably this is going to work with you. Okay. Now the best part about Maven Surefire plugin is that when you run the project, it executes like this, and later on, if you open this location, just a minute, yeah. So over here you will have the target folder. In target folder you will have Surefire reports. The best part about this thing is that it generates these Surefire reports Maven, and if I open index.html, you see this, right? But these reports, again, I don't like them. Find the Surefire reports and all. We will generate better reports. Okay, this is emailable report. Okay, again, these are not very fancy reports, good for beginners or something. Fine, not professional. Okay, we will build professional reports in coming time. Now the thing is, if I am able to run it from command prompt using Maven, I can also create an exe file which can run the project. Okay, you just have to open a notepad and give the same commands which I gave on command prompt. First I went to my D drive, then I went to the location of this folder, the project folder, and then I gave the command mvn compile space test. Okay, you save this file, you save it on desktop in double quotes. Fine, you call it project.bat file. Fine, you save this in double quotes, so you will see this project.bat file. Just a minute, yeah, this is the one. Okay, and if I just double click on it, it will execute the project. So even a manual tester can execute the project without opening Eclipse. He can just change the data in the Excel file maybe, or some external file, JSON file, and just can execute the project. Okay, so this is the advantage of Maven, that first of all you can run it from command prompt, you can create a bat file, and later on we'll see we can easily run it from Jenkins as well. Okay, now the next thing, you can also rerun the failed test cases. When you run the test cases, some of the test cases they get failed. Okay, and when you have the failed test cases, the information for those test cases are kept under target Surefire reports testng failed.xml. Fine, this file holds all the tests and all which are failed. For example, right now my validate register user test was failing. Okay, so what I can do is that I can simply give the path of this particular file. Instead of my testng.xml, I can give the path of this particular file and simply go and fire mvn test command again, and all the tests which are mentioned in that particular file will be executed. Okay, so again this has failed because I had deliberately failed the test cases. So all the failure information is present in this XML file. You just have to rerun the whole scenario with only the failed tests. You just have to give this particular file and run it with Maven. Okay, it's very simple, it's not a rocket science. TestNG, when it runs, it automatically generates this file having the information about the failed test cases. Fine. Now the next thing about the parallel execution of the test cases. how will you execute your test cases parallelly, your test suites parallelly? Fine, it's very simple. Okay, it's not a big deal. Suppose I will explain you with an example. I'll create a new Maven project for this. Okay, because I don't want to unnecessarily complicate my current project. Okay, I'll create a new Maven module and I will name it parallel test ng example Maven. Fine. Now just be with me for some time. Now you can run your test cases parallelly, you can run your test suites parallelly, you can generate reports in parallel execution, you can do a lot of things. Okay, and if I am able to run it parallelly with testng, then why is grid present? Okay, I'm going to talk about different things right now. Okay, so in source test Java, I will make a new package known as, say, test suite A, and test suite B. These are just dummy test suites I'm creating. Okay, in test suite A, I'll make a new class known as test A, in which I will make a test case, say @test public void test A. I'll write over here starting test A, and you can add the testng library. Fine, and you can write ending test A. In between, I will give a delay of, say, 2 seconds. Okay, similarly I will create a new class over here, test, suppose test AA, in which I will replace the code. I will write test AA everywhere. Fine. Similarly, in test suite B, I will create the file test suite test B. Just a minute. Fine, I'll just create 4 files, 2 in one test suite, 2 in other test suite. Okay, fine, and I will have the same structure of my suite XML files. I'll copy these. Just a minute. From this project to this source test resources, I'll just have to change the names over here. Okay, this is my test A in suite A. It's inside the package suite A test A class. Fine, and I know I'm doing a monotonous thing, but I need some time as well. Similarly, the same thing goes in test suite B, where I will have test B inside the suite B package, test B and test BB. Okay, now when I run my testng.xml, so what it does is it gives me some error, listener is not found. Okay, obviously I don't have a listener over here. I will have to remove this, and I run it again. right? So you see that it will run the test cases serially. First it it's not executing test suite b.xml at times. Yeah, it's executing b as well. Okay, so it executes all the tests serially. Fine. Okay, now out here, if I have to execute the test cases parallelly, then how will I do that? Okay, if I have to execute all these test cases parallelly or the test suites parallelly, well, for the parallel execution, if you just have to run all the test Java files under one test suite parallelly, okay, you can mention over here parallel equals to tests. Fine. If you mention this parallel equals to tests, then all these test files will be executing parallelly. Test A and test AA will run parallelly. If I right click on suite a.xml, run as testng suite, you will see that both of them will start parallelly and end after 2 seconds. They are invoked together. Okay, they start together and after 2 seconds they end. Right. So if I mention parallel equals to tests over here in both the test suite XML files, the test cases of both the test suites will run parallelly. In testng.xml, I have mentioned that suite A first and test suite B. But the suite files will run serially. First test suite A will execute, but the test cases in test suite A will run parallelly, and then test suite B will execute and the test suite B test cases will run parallelly. Okay, if I run as testng suite in the console, you see that A executes, A ends, and then B executes and B ends. So serial execution of both the test suites has started. But you can run both the test suites parallelly as well. Okay, there is nothing known as parallel equal to suites over here. Okay, you have to do it from Maven. Okay, with Maven it becomes easy to run the test suite files parallelly. Okay, all you need to do is that in your pom.xml, fine, you will have to include testng, the same thing, the dependencies for testng and the build tag you will have to put up in this pom.xml. Fine, and instead of the XML file which you have to mention over here, okay, the XML file you have to mention your suite XMLs. In my case it is test suite A and test suite B, and suite thread pool size you keep it to 2. This is the property test suites pool size. That means 2 test suites can be executed in 2 different threads parallelly. So this way both test suite A and B XML which you have mentioned, both of them will be executed parallelly by the Maven. Okay, if I run this ambient test, okay, everything will now go in its own way. Okay, there will, just a minute, which project did, okay, I executed the other one. Okay, I have to run this project, the new one. It's showing some error. You go to Maven update project, right, and you have to go to the path of this project. Okay, and give the command mvn compile and mvn test. Mvn test also compiles the project if in case the project is not compiled, and you will see that, see, it starts both the test suites parallelly and after some time it will end them. Okay, now this is how you run the project with Maven. This is how you can achieve parallel execution, but there is a lot to parallel execution. First of all, we have Selenium Grid for parallel execution as well. In new version of Selenium, which is Selenium 4, a grid has come up. It's come up with really good features. Okay, but the question is, if TestNG is able to run the test suites and test cases parallelly, then why do you want to have grid? Okay, look, the answer to this is simple. If you want to run this parallelly on a single machine, you can run the test cases parallelly on a single machine with TestNG. But if you have a distributed network, okay, and on network you want to run the test cases parallelly, then you will use Selenium Grid. Okay, in Grid also TestNG test cases run parallelly this way, but Grid, it redirects the test cases to different machines across the network. Okay, anyways, we will study about Grid later on. Fine. Now we'll be looking at the reporting part. How do we generate good reports which are extent reports?